Alright, guys, today we're going to be talking about the simp epidemic in men and why having respect is the key to success. So, I'm sure as you guys have noticed that there is a famous comedian going on by Akaash and his wife, Jaslene. Now, you would think that Akaash is not that short, somewhat decent looking, got money, status, and fame. But why does the fuck his wife, Jaslene, who's also fairly attractive, berate the living shit out of him, like shame the fuck out of him, to the point where in the manosphere, I've seen countless of channels and people I follow he's like the joke of 2025 going in 2026. And the funniest thing, the guy used to talk shit and give dating advice, right? Like, this man would literally give dating advice, and now he's about to be the butt of the joke for the rest of his life. And we really want to dig deep. So before I dig deep about this analysis so that you guys can understand what's going on, I'm going to give you a couple of things that she did with her outrageous behavior. And a few of the things that she did with her outrageous behavior is that, okay, let's say in social media she berates the fuck out of him. Like, you could literally go on TikTok and IG and see so many videos of her saying like, shut the fuck up, bitch, and complaining about her closet, complaining about little minuscule things, which, and filming and recording him, he's just literally, funny thing to say, just completely taking it up the ass, which I find absolutely hilarious. And I genuinely, at first I found it funny, but then I feel bad because his behavior is kind of unacceptable. It's just going to empower the dynamics of just, unfortunately, more women out there in this day and modern day and age to treat their men like shit. So many things. One, I saw like one of her podcasts with her close friends that she was literally in front of the husband, her friend's husband, saying like, oh, your face card doesn't decline, you got big dick, I want to orgy with you guys. And nothing, just complete silence, nervous laughter. Another time on a TikTok video, she was saying like, oh, back in my days, I was popping my pussy, excuse my language, slaying and shit, had a rotation, frat boys, white boys all up on her. So like, what does that mean? And the fact that she lied to Akaash and sold him the dream that she was a virgin. And because this guy lacked any common sense, any experience with women, he was like, this is the best I'm gonna get and this is what I'm gonna settle for, and I'm gonna believe her word for it. I'm going to believe every single thing that she tells me, like it's the Bible, like it's the word from God. And when you do that, when you don't vent out a woman, when you don't try to get to know her, and you just, you become a literal doormat, a literal simp, a literal spineless boy, she's going to walk all over you and she's going to control you. And sooner or later, you're going to wake up from that fairy tale and realize it's actually a nightmare, which is pretty, honestly, depressing and upsetting. So it's like talking about popping her pussy, talking about threesomes, just blatantly disrespecting him. And I'm being honest with you, I cannot find one video, and I've searched so many clips. I literally looked for so many clips where I'm trying to find a single video where she does not even go for the kiss. Like, every single time Akaash tried to go for the kiss with her, she would dodge the kiss. And when she dodges the kiss, it's just complete utter embarrassment. There was this one video when he was trying to renew his vows, gave her a nice ring. Oh, it's such a good ring. And dude, the amount of time this girl turned her face when he went for the kiss, absolutely embarrassing. So this goes to show you that, you know, you can have all the money in the world, all the status in the world, but if you don't have an ounce, like literally an ounce of self-respect or masculinity for yourself to set boundaries, you know, you're gonna suffer in the long run, because money doesn't bring respect, status doesn't bring respect, looks don't bring respect, respect brings respect. And oh yeah, another video just popped up in my head. There was a video of I think like a skin doctor or something was doing like a treatment on her butt, and literally with doing the treatment on her butt, that she literally was flirting with him. So she blatantly, I don't want to hear that this is a publicity stunt, that they're both in on it. I looked at so many videos, I looked at so many clips, I can't find one video. Like I've been searching and I've been looking, trying to find them kissing, and I just can't. Maybe there's someone out there, but she keep dodging. It's just like all that disrespect, talking about sex, talking about threesome, talking about her past. And he was so proud, this simp, unfortunately, saying like, you know, she's a virgin, you know, I'm loyal. And unfortunately, like, this was happened, man. This literally what happens when you don't have a backbone. And it's a scary world out there, you know. He thought that him working as a comedian, getting her the luxury apartment, letting her be a stay-at-home content creator wife, living the dream, and he's getting treated like shit, and he's taking it. That's the funny part. He's taking it. And I'm pretty sure his friends warned him, but what does he do? His ego goes up, he talks shit about everybody else, and now he realized, like, he's the joke for the rest of his life. He's going to realize that because you lacked boundaries, but because you lacked self-respect, because you didn't question your wife and tell her to stop the disrespect, you will continue to suffer. And I don't even know if those two got a prenup, but he needs to file for divorce, or they need to do counseling, or he just needs to grow like a pair of balls and be like, what are you doing? I'm providing for you, I'm giving you this life, you need to stop with the bad behavior. You can't just berate me like that. Sold the poor guy a dream, said that he was a virgin, and just he went with it. He didn't question it. So it's like, I could tell you like so many stories of me training clients. It's just like the same thing. Either good looking, either come from status, either had like a serious good job, but none of them could keep their relationship. None of them. Or half of them couldn't keep the relationship and half of them got cheated on. And the half that got cheated on was with sleazebags. Only because the sleazebags had more like charisma and confidence. And it's a cold world out there. Like, you guys got to understand that women are emotionally stimulating and they thrive on emotions. And if you can provide emotions with being a protector, a provider, and a lover, they're going to look somewhere else for that. And if you're just being half a man, you know, being the simpy rainbow boy provider, guess what? You're going to be used and abused. And you cannot get fucking upset about that, because if you're going to play the game, you need to know how to play the game. And in this day and age, everybody's playing the game. And the most important thing you can do as a man is to have respect. RESPECT, to stand up for yourself. Like, it's just a demonic culture of just brainwashing and agenda programming. It's gonna be non-stop. Like, this stuff will not change. Like, you know, women will continue to do whatever the fuck they want, you know, without accountability. And then men will just continue just to keep quiet, be a bunch of pussies, unless they truly like set the equilibrium and restore the balance where there can be peace, love, and gratitude for one another. Not this, you know, who's gonna play first, who's gonna get heartbroken first, you know, who's gonna be the fuck boy or the fuck girl. And this is why like relationships are dead, marriages are dead, We live in a dark time. You know, instant gratification culture, hookup culture has destroyed everything. Families are breaking apart. Everyone's cheating on each other. We lost touch with who we are. We lost touch with ourselves. And you don't want to end up in this predicament where, you know, Akaash, handsome guy, rich, status, believed she was, you know, a virgin, took her word for it, and she's berating the fuck out of him, talking about she's missing hookups, dicks, threesomes, white guys, all this shit. And yet not a single word has been said back. I remember in one podcast, Akaash tried to make fun of Fresh and Fit. He made a big mistake, and they fucking exposed and showed the truth. And his wife, Jocelyn, had to do a response video because she was like, oh shit, I got caught. Now I gotta play victim. So it's, you know, this is just a reality check that, you know, this is what we are in this generation, and we need to restore the balance and what it means. You know, if men can be men, women can be women. If men can't be men, women gonna be men, and men gonna be women. It's just, it is what it is. So we're gonna get a little bit, you know, touchy and controversial today. It's like I could give you another situation. Tom Brady, handsome, gorgeous, top 1%, looks, status, and money, right? But he was too nice, too sweet, too just overly kind, overly giving. And that's not bad. That's just not bad. But if you give too much, too fast, or too quick, or too easy, you're not going to value it. You're not going to respect it because you get it way too easy. And guess what? A top tier looking man, his gorgeous wife, and he's a top 10 in the 1% of looks, money, and status. She went for a guy who's less attractive, who's a fucking jujitsu man, who owns a martial arts gym, and she's madly in love with him because, you want to know why? That jujitsu guy is more tougher, more rougher, more like, he has probably like what I would say like masculine lover traits. And that triggered her emotional biology to be like, wow, this guy's making me feel something that Tom Brady never gave me before. And just numerous times, like I've seen it with my own two eyes, like top tier clients I've trained, and they know about this, where they make anywhere between 300 to 600K. Same shit. Gave her the world. She took the world away from him. All right, man. This was today's harsh wisdom, but with tough love. Know your worth, stand up for yourself, and try to restore balance in today's world.